Hello everyone, welcome back to the Coach's Desk. I'm your host, Coach Minzy. How is everybody doing? I trust that you're doing well, you're staying safe, and everything is all right. Big up to our subscribers, big up to all of you wherever you are in this world. Really appreciate the support that you have been giving this channel. Big up to the North Americans, the South Americans, big up to the Middle East people, big up to those over there in Africa, big up to those in Australia, yes, the Caribbean, and of course the local fans. All right, so let's talk about what we really want to talk about in this video. It is a very, very, very important topic that we want to touch on because it involves Ravel Morrison. All right, so, oh boy, where do I start? So Coach Theodore Whitmore did an interview on a particular popular media outlet, right? And he was asked many questions, a myriad of questions, where the Reggae Boyz, whether he was asked questions in regards to the locals in comparison to the foreign players. Some of them he gave diplomatic answers, some of them he walked around the questions. However, he made mention of Ravel Morrison. If you give Ravel an inch, he will take a yard. That was the words of Coach Whitmore. Now, is that telling for the coach to come out and talk about something like this at this time? As a matter of fact, Ravel did not make the squad to play this round of games. Also, it could be seen where something went wrong in the game against Panama because Ravel was substituted in that game. So therefore, there are issues in the camp. Now, when you check social media, people, we see where Ravel Morrison unfollowed JFF. Are we looking too deep into the situation? Is it that we are trying to, rig up stories? Some people will say, yeah, that's what we are trying to do as content creators. But what the coach said is indeed something for the news. You give Ravel an inch, him take a yard. And of course, we know of the situation where he was substituted, then him unfollow JFF. So of course, it warrants being talked about. Hence the reason we're here talking about this matter. Is it a case where Ravel will not play for the Reggae Boyz again? It's interesting. Very, very interesting. So I know the Ravelites will be coming out in defense of their player. Arguably, one of the best midfielders Jamaica have ever seen in a long while. But is Ravel history finally showing up? Wow. It's interesting, people. Very, very interesting, this situation. We don't have the full details of what would have caused Ravel to unfollow the JFF. But who can remember when we were having this situation with Derby County and persons were saying that Ravel made slurs about Derby and he unfollowed them, and to our surprise, then the very next day Ravel was given a 1-year contract with Derby County. So are we really looking into this thing too deeply? Very, very interesting times ahead. Now, if Ravel was really going to be playing for the Reggae Boyz again, why wouldn't he be in the team for the two games after the US, which is Canada and Honduras? Many probably would know that Ravel won't be able to make it to the US because of whatever reason. So we would have been expecting him, of course, naturally to miss that game. But for the entire 3 games, there's no Ravel Morrison. No Ravel Morrison. The only addition that we are understanding that will be in the squad would be Anthony Grant. He's the only addition that will be in the squad. So it's a 24-man squad. Is Ravel and Coach Whitmore having issues? Question. Did Coach Whitmore throw Ravel under the bus with that comment? Or is it something that we knew about from day one? That Ravel is quote-unquote uncontrollable. Yeah? Because if you give him an inch, he'll take a yard. People, what are your comments on this one? I am looking forward to the comments in this one. But that interview was a telling one for him to reveal this. Some persons are asking why now? Why are you saying this now? Why did Coach Whitmore say this now at this particular juncture? When Ravel is not in the team. Is he sending a signal, people? Is he telling us something cryptically? If there's such a word. That one was just made up right on the spot. But, because I'm not using a script. So, trust me, this is something that we have to look into. I mean, Ravel not going to be playing for Jamaica again. Some people will say this is ludicrous. This is asinine. It can't work. Some people call him Lord Ravel. And there are many persons who are part of his church. Will the congregation split? Which side will the congregation be on? These are some questions. But on a serious level, people, did you believe that the coach threw Ravel under the bus by making those slurs or that particular comment? And everybody who are Jamaican, knows that when you make a comment like that, it is in parable. But many Jamaicans understand that parable. If you give the pitney an inch, then we take a yard. If you give them an inch, then take a mile. These are sayings that we know that is a part of our colloquial upbringing. Yeah? So, what does Theodore Whitmore mean? Is there are so many meanings to put to this, But is Coach Theodore Whitmore sending a signal that there are a plethora of things that underscore when it comes on to Ravel Morrison? It is interesting. But I'm waiting to hear your comments, people. Definitely waiting to hear your comments. Because this is serious. The question is, will Ravel play for Jamaica again? That's the question. I do believe that he will play. But this is an intriguing statement put out there in the public by the coach at this time when Ravel is not in the team. But let's see. Watch this space and you'll definitely know if this baller will really play for the Reggae Boyz again. Thanks for tuning in, people. Big up yourself. Take care of yourself. Until next time, a matter of fact, TripleTreat little more. A whole heap of things we discuss. That interview with Coach Whitmore, we have to talk about it. That unfollowing by Ravel Morrison, we have to talk about it. A whole heap of things to talk about. Big up yourself. Stay tuned.